Good morning. Please be seated. Madam Registrar.
My Lord Chief Justice, my Lord, my Lady, 82 persons have made applications to the High Court for admission to practice in the courts of Trinidad and Tobago, and I am satisfied that these applicants have fulfilled all the conditions laid down by law, and I report accordingly.
Let the names be called.
Amani Abdullah, Sonia Catherine Faye Alexander, Tyler Dylan Zach Alexander, Zion Shannon Alexander,
My Lord Chief Justice, my Lord, my Lady, I beg to present the petition of Zion Shannon Alexander.
Amina Fahima Ali,
My Lord Chief Justice, my Lord, and my Lady, I beg to present the petition of Amina Fahima Ali.
Samantha Taramati Ali,
My Lord Chief Justice, my Lord, my Lady, I beg to present the petition of Samantha Taramati Ali.
Renata Aruna Alfonso, Marquita Rosalie Kiana Belgrove,
My Lord Chief Justice, my Lord, my Lady, I beg to present the petition of Marquita Rosalie Kiana Belgrove.
Kalima Sabrina Shalana Bisessa,
My Lord Chief Justice, my Lord and my Lady, I beg to present the petition of Kalima Sabrina Shalana Bisessa.
Markela Aliyah Braffett,
My Lord Chief Justice, my Lord, my Lady, I beg to present the petition of Markelia Aliyah Brown.
Brittany Shondell Brown,
My Lord Chief Justice, my Lord, my Lady, I beg to present the petition of Brittany Shondell Brown.
Colette McKellar Brown,
My Lord Chief Justice, my Lord, my Lady, I beg to present the petition of Paula Kia Brown.
Alana Chelsea Calendar Clark,
My Lord Chief Justice, my Lord and my Lady, I beg to present the petition of Alana Chelsea Calendar.
Rondell Jared Patrick Cato,
My Lord Chief Justice, my Lord, my Lady, I beg to present the petition of Rondell Jared Patrick Cato.
Charlize Adrienne Chandler, Jada Maya Crooks,
My Lord Chief Justice, my Lord, my Lady, I beg to present the petition of Jada Maya.
Alicia Shanice Nikita Gail Daniel,
My Lord Chief Justice, my Lord, my Lady, I beg to present the petition of
Crystalie Marina Das,
My Lord Chief Justice, my Lord, and my Lady, I beg to present the petition
Shannon Das,
My Lord Chief Justice, my Lord and my Lady, I beg to present the petition of Shannon Das.
Linda Davis,
My Lord Chief Justice, my Lord, and my Lady, I beg to present the petition of Davis.
Kajal Deoprasad,
My Lord Chief Justice, my Lord, and my Lady, I beg to present the petition of Kajal Davis.
Vernell Joanna Dipchan,
My Lord Chief Justice, my Lord, my lady, I beg to present the petition of Vernell Joanna.
Jem Denicia Louis Ducaran,
My Lord Chief Justice, my Lord, my lady, I beg to present the petition of Sam Ducaran.
Celine Marie Diana Ducaran,
My Lord Chief Justice, my Lord, my lady, I beg to present the petition of Celine Marie Diana Ducaran.
Jyoti Sangita Daulath,
My Lord Chief Justice, my Lord, my lady, I beg to present the petition of Jyoti Sangita Daula.
Tanikia Curleen Francis,
My Lord Chief Justice, my Lord, my lady, I beg to present the petition of Lydia Ruby Francis.
Tyresha Arlene Francis,
My Lord Chief Justice, my Lord and my lady, I beg to present the petition of Tyresha Arlene Francis.
Michelle Garcia,
My Lord Chief Justice, my Lord, my lady, I beg to present the petition of Michelle Garcia.
Renelle Lydia Garcia,
Renelle Lydia Garcia.
Justin Mark Gibbons,
My Lord Chief Justice, my Lord, my lady, I beg to present the petition of Justin Mark Gibbons.
Celicia Rhea Gilchrist,
My Lord Chief Justice, my Lord and my lady, I beg to present the petition of Leah Gilchrist.
Pooja April Gokul,
My Lord Chief Justice, my Lord, my lady, I beg to present the petition of Pooja April Gokul.
Monique Avion Shania Grant,
My Lord Chief Justice, my Lord and my lady, I beg to present the petition of Monique Vivian Walker.
Caitlin Ariel Jennifer Green, Irma Christie Ernestine Giuseppe,
My Lord Chief Justice, my Lord and my lady, I beg to present the petition of Ernestine Giuseppe.
Winston Roberto Christoph Giuseppe, Diane Jimily Hadid,
My Lord Chief Justice, my Lord and my lady, I beg to present the petition of Diana Jimily.
Yema Swasti Indarsing, Karina Jarwahir,
My Lord Chief Justice, my Lord, my lady, I beg to present the petition of Karina Joanna.
Siji Joanna Kent,
My Lord Chief Justice, my Lord and my lady, I beg to present the petition of C.G. Joanna Kent.
Anuradha Vandana Khan,
My Lord Chief Justice, my lady,
Joanna Farida Tabitha Khan,
My Lord Chief Justice, my Lord and my lady, I beg to present the petition of Joanna Farida Tabitha.
Shalini Nadira Lalsiu,
My Lord Chief Justice, my Lord, my lady, I beg to present the petition of Celine Nadira Lalsiu.
Nandini Tara Lal, Shelley Lal,
My Lord Chief Justice, my Lord and my lady, I beg to present the petition of Shannon.
Aliyah Shania Mahabir Singh,
My Lord Chief Justice, my Lord and my lady, I beg to present the petition of
Sasha Arti Zia Maharaj,
My Lord Chief Justice, my Lord, my lady, I beg to present the petition of Sasha R.T. Sia Maharaj.
Amrel Martin,
My Lord Chief Justice, my Lord and my lady, I beg to present the petition of Amrel.
Chelsea Hope Lorraine Mathura, Kenya Vashti Melville,
My Lord Chief Justice, my Lord, I beg to
Giovanna Aniel Millington,
My Lord Chief Justice, my Lord, my lady, I beg to present the petition of Giovanna Aniel.
Jordana Raven Nanu,
My Lord Chief Justice, my Lord, my lady, I beg to present the petition of Jordana Raven.
Haley Royan Marie Narayan Singh,
Lord Chief Justice, my Lord, my lady, I beg to present the petition of Haley Royan Marie Narayan.
Isis Nefertari Oliver,
My Lord Chief Justice, my Lord, my lady, I beg to present the petition of Isis Nefertari.
Khaleesi Lichelle Pegas,
My Lord Chief Justice, my Lord and my lady, I beg to present the petition of Michelle.
Lennox Codrington Phillips III, Danielle Jade Pear,
My Lord Chief Justice, my Lord and my lady, I beg to present the petition of Daniel G.
Haley Imani Sharifa Prescott,
My Lord Chief Justice, my Lord and my lady, I beg to present the petition of Haley Imani Sharifa Prescott.
Aditi Sushmita Ragbir,
My Lord Chief Justice, my Lord and my lady, I beg to present the petition of Haley Sushmita Prescott.
Renessa Amrita Raghunanan, Priya Colleen Rambaran, Felicia Jasodra Ramuta,
My Lord Chief Justice, my Lord, my lady, I beg to present the petition of Surya Prabha.
Nishala Neera Rampasad,
My Lord Chief Justice, my Lord, lady, I beg to present the petition of Nishala Neera Rampasad.
Seth Rodney Ramsden,
My Lord, Chief Justice, my Lord, my lady, I beg to present
Khadijah Ramsiris,
My Lord Chief Justice, my Lord and my lady, I beg to present the petition of Edmund.
Maya Masael Ray,
My Lord Chief Justice, my Lord, my lady, I beg to present the petition of my Lord,
Aaron Dante Regault,
My Lord Chief Justice, my Lord and my lady, I beg to present the petition of Aaron Dante Regault.
Orlando Elijah Rogers,
My Lord Chief Justice, my Lord and my lady, I beg to present the petition of Orlando Elijah.
Anamika Iriana Ruplal,
My Lord Chief Justice, my Lord, my lady, I beg to present the petition of Anuka Iriana.
Christian Joel Sadlo,
My Lord Chief Justice, my Lord, and my lady, I beg to present the petition of Christian Joel Sad.
Josanne Krista Sam,
My Lord Chief Justice, my Lord and my lady, I beg to present the petition of Rosanna
Shivani Samuel, Anushka Pooja Sankar,
Justice, my Lord and petition Anushka Pooja Sankar.
Rayan Ashwarya Sarabjit,
My Lord Chief Justice, my Lord my Lady, I'd like to present a petition of Rayan Ashwarya Saraj.
Sabrina Shah,
My Lord Chief Justice, my Lord,
Soraya Sangeeta Singh,
My Lord Chief Justice, my Lord and my Lady, I'd like to present a petition of Soraya Sangeeta Singh.
Angel Angelique Rondella Stevens,
my Lord Chief Justice, my Lord and Lady, I beg to present a petition of Angel Angelique Ronella Stevens.
Mystique Rihanna Laurencia Stewart,
My Lord Chief Justice, my Lord and Lady, I beg to present a petition of Mystique Rihanna Lawrence.
Markel Jamal Victor Stout,
My Lord Chief Justice, my Lord and Lady, I beg to present a petition of Markel Jamal Victor Scott.
Emir Ashif Andre Timothy,
Lord Chief Justice, the Lord, I beg to present a petition of Amir Ashif Andre Timothy.
Beyonce Mackenzie Watts,
My Lord Chief Justice, my Lord and my Lady, I beg to present a petition of Beyonce Mackenzie.
Stefan Rupert Wilson,
Lord Chief Justice, Lord Lee, I beg to present a petition of Stefan Wilson.
Madam Registrar, let the petitioners be sworn.
I, my applicant, I stand under the
I, Tiger Gonzalez,
I, Amina Ina I am Raza Alfonso. I am Mohammed Rossi Afghan. I am Community I am Marcella Aliyah Rafi. I am Grace Shadowford. I am Alana I am Alana Chelsea Catholic.
I, Father Tara Congregation.
I, Jada Maya Cole.
I, Alicia Chinese Daniel.
I, Crystal Marina Das. I, Sana Das. I'm Pablo.
I, Jam Denicia Laura Duran.
I'm Sarah Francis.
I'm Michelle Garcia.
I'm Renata Vidya Francis.
I, Justin Martin.
I'm Sunetra Elizabeth. I'm Richard.
I, Oli Abachinaya.
I, Orange. I, Lula Christie. I'm Steve Giuseppe.
I, Winston Virgil Christoph Giuseppe.
I'm Brian Finley Hudson. I'm Amy Stokely. I'm Frida Thomas.
I, C.G. Joanna Ken.
I'm Joanna Frida Thomas. I'm Sharon Bella. I'm Nancy Thomas. I'm Shalina. I'm Leah Shania. I'm Sasha Arcia.
I, Renata. I, Kenya Patrick Melville.
I'm Savannah.
I, Jada Virginia.
I, Hugh Brown. I'm Sarah. I'm Steve Bishop Davis.
I,
I, Daniel Lucia, I take the legislative question. I am petitioning the director. I am asking the director. I pray all the world. I please with the silver answer. I am Charlene Aramsad.
I, Several Director.
I believe the answers. I smile with my way.
I hear the Lord.
I, Anita Iriana Ross.
I, Christian Joel Samuel.
I was on this time. I was on this time. I am teaching the conflict. I ran Florence around it. I Sabrina Shaw. I Spencer Listening. I Angel Anthony Condor Stephen. I am Misty Brianna Lorenzo Taylor.
I, Michael Jamal Coastal. I, Xavier Elder Congress.
I, Beyonce Mackenzie Wells.
I, Salvador Noble
Do swear that I will truly and honestly conduct myself in the practice of law as an attorney at law according to the best of my knowledge and ability and the laws of Trinidad and Tobago.
The prayers of the petitioners are granted.
As your Lord Chief Justice, your Lordship and Ladyship, please.
Yes, I will invite my colleagues to, you may put your hands down. I will invite my colleagues to now address you. Should they sit?
Yes.
Yes, and we'll invite you to sit. And I'll begin by inviting my brother, Mr. Justice Mohammed.
Thank you, Honorable Chief Justice. The law is not a profession of words, but a profession of service. A quote I would like you to ponder over. Honorable Chief Justice, the Honorable Mr. Justice Ronnie Budu Singh, soon I shall add ORTT, my sister judge, the Honorable Madam Justice Alison Ram Kerry Singh, members of the judiciary, distinguished colleagues, learned seniors, ladies and gentlemen, and most importantly, our newly admitted attorneys. Now, I begin with the presumption that all of you who have been admitted to the bar today have already thanked God Almighty for His favor so generously bestowed upon you. If not, then I urge you do so right now in your quiet reflection. Take 10 seconds and thank the Almighty God for this favor so graciously bestowed upon you. Congratulations. You are today the envy of the world. Now bask in your success. It is a day and time for celebration. So by all means, celebrate with your loved ones and friends. They deserve to be part of your celebrations. Success is as much theirs as is yours. Your admission here today signifies a milestone event and marks a defining moment in your lives. So, enjoy the glamour of the profession. Feel the camaraderie. Be excited and honored to be welcomed to one of the oldest and noblest professions, the legal fraternity. You have been adjudged worthy of admission to a profession which excites the imagination to limitless bounds. Without attempting, however, to burst this celebratory bubble, I must warn that you have only up until Sunday to do all of this, for Monday morning will greet you with a new reality. You see, Monday begins the day when you must now prove your worth to the profession. It begins the journey of you finding your niche and taking your place among the finest minds in the universe. You will have the distinction of wearing your robe and bands as you do today when you appear in open court. They are not mere costume or tradition. When you don this attire, your robe and bands, you are no longer just an individual. You are now an officer of the court. You are a minister of justice. You represent centuries-old tradition of justice, learning, and service. You will have the privilege of judges, masters, registrars, and magistrates addressing you as counsel, and other lawyers referring to you as my learned friend. Your robe is itself a manifestation of dignity and integrity. Wear it with pride. And so, on this wonderful day when we are gathered here to celebrate your success, let me give you a few tips that may assist you in navigating the challenges of professional life. First, respect for institutions, systems, law, and people remains the highest ideal to be preserved. It is important to keep focused not only on goals, but on preserving relationships and reputation. You see, respect is contagious. The more you give it, the more it multiplies and reciprocates to you. Arrogance has no place in the practice of law. It clouds wisdom and invokes bad judgment. During arguments and disagreements, you are permitted to press home your point with firm conviction on behalf of your client, but without being disrespectful. You can be worthy adversaries without being adversarial. Advocacy is not synonymous with aggression. You can be a fierce advocate without being disagreeable. Accordingly, your conduct must always be characterized by respect for your fellow attorneys, and more so, your seniors in the profession. Take a look at them on the other side. They deserve the highest form of respect. Respect must be extended to the court staff, clients, adverse witnesses, and even opposing litigants. A civil bar is the hallmark of a mature and effective justice system. Secondly, it is a widely held view that anyone who enters the profession of law primarily to make big money in the shortest possible time has his ethical principles misplaced and is bound ultimately to be unfulfilled. Such persons reduce the nobility of their aspirations when their only motivational force is the acquisition of wealth and fame. This mindset fosters the temptation to demand exorbitant fees from clients and to engage in transactions beyond the range of their competencies. The inevitable result? Poor representation, bad advice, and inordinate delays. Their inability to deliver satisfactory outcomes will invariably lead to fallout between lawyer and client, which more than likely will land them before the disciplinary committee. As newly admitted attorneys, you should note that very serious breaches of the code of ethics and the criminal law in general can lead not only to suspension, but ultimately striking out from the role of attorneys at law. The question you must ask yourself: am I in this profession as a businessman or a professional? Am I interested in the law as a pathway to riches, fame, and success? Or am I interested in being a sentinel of the law and minister of justice, representative of society's conscience? My advice, therefore, is that your motivational force ought to be passion for the law and justice and the pursuit of professional excellence. Attainment of these ideals in due course is sure to bring you enough money and status which will provide for you a deeply satisfying standard of living. Your first few years must be dedicated to learning your profession, acquiring experience, and building an impeccable reputation. Your currency must be diligence, honesty, and integrity. These are your foundational pillars of professionalism. Your reputation is your most valuable asset. Guard it fiercely. A reputable practice takes a relatively long time and great skill to build, but can be squandered away in the blink of an eye. This leads me to my third advice, that is, the acquisition of knowledge through continuous education. The law is dynamic, and so we all remain students of the law. New statutes, precedents, rules, and regulations emerge constantly. Commit to continuous education, not only in legal doctrines, but also in psychology, philosophy, science, mathematics, construction, and every other sphere of learning. As a lawyer, you are, in effect, a social engineer, being called upon to solve a variety of societal problems by your wise counsel, advocacy, and public service. There are new rules in relation to family, civil, criminal, and children proceedings, all of which have introduced innovative methods of resolving matters in a timely manner. There is also new legislation dealing with and introducing the specialized children court with locations in different parts of the country. You have been schooled to a certain extent in the new culture of litigation, and therefore you are aware of the shift towards a more conciliatory rather than adversarial type resolution and several inbuilt mechanisms for bringing matters to an amicable disposition. All of these new innovations highlight the need for a system of continuing legal education in the profession as a top priority in the public interest. The judiciary has taken the lead in that regard for many years now and can be proud of a very sound continuing judicial education program through its proactive and dynamic Judicial Education Institute, the JEITT. Now, my fourth advice to you flows from the third, in that the manifestation of a well-rounded education ought to equip you with a set of skills which are mandatory for effective practice of the law. These are good research skills, good analytical skills, and good communication skills, in that order. Being able to carry out effective research of substantive and procedural law is a condition precedent to the preparation of your client's case. We live in an age where technology is transforming the legal landscape. E-filing, virtual hearings, and digital research are now a major part of our judicial system. Embrace these tools, but do so responsibly. Navigating the digital era is of critical importance. You must therefore strive to achieve digital competence if you are to master legal research databases and case management systems. Your digital footprint matters and can expose you in a very embarrassing way if you are careless or digitally incompetent. You must therefore maintain a polished online profile. Use secure platforms and strong passwords to protect client confidentiality. Knowledge of cybersecurity is therefore important. Artificial intelligence (AI) is no longer a futuristic concept. It is here and has crept into every aspect of human endeavor. Tools like ChatGPT, DeepSeek, Google Gemini, Microsoft Copilot, Anthropic's Claude, and Meta AI are all designed to assist with research, drafting, and summarization. But always remember, I stress again, always remember, they are just tools, not a substitute for human judgment. Always verify outputs and apply your scholarly reasoning. It may worth your while to read the judgment of my brother, the Honorable Mr. Justice Westman James, in the case of NextGen Pathology Services against Darcel Duncan, High Court Action CV 2023-04039, in which an attorney at law was referred to the disciplinary committee for citing and relying on fake AI-generated cases. The position was the same in the case of Marcus Grusa and another against Robert Phelps Herman, a decision of the Supreme Court of Bahamas, which led the Chief Justice of Bahamas, the Honorable Mr. Justice Winder, issuing a practice direction number 3 of 2005 on the use of generative AI in court proceedings. AI must be used to enhance productivity, not to replace critical thinking. The practice of law is a lot more than mechanical learning. Your mind should be used for innovation and creativity rather than being over-reliant on precedent. AI must be used. Many distinguished jurists have posited that over-reliance on precedent is akin to being boxed in a cage. It stifles the imagination. There is therefore a need to liberate the mind to be innovative. There are no limitations to the mind except those we acknowledge and set for ourselves. The final point I wish to speak to you about is failure. Yes, a paradox, isn't it? On this day when we are gathered here to celebrate your success, I have decided to speak a little about failure. You see, there is no vaccine to fight failure. No one is ever inoculated from the effects of failure by merely possessing a good education or being talented and intelligent. As young lawyers, although you are enthusiastic, gifted, and intelligent, some of you may experience difficulty finding a job in reputable chambers, or if you do, you may find that the salary is not adequate. Those of you who decide to become sole practitioners may find that it is not so easy to get clients, and when you do, you may suffer great stress to collect your fees. You may lose several cases back to back, and you may have angry clients breathing down your throat. You will at some point in your early years come to know and experience hardship, heartbreak, frustration, disappointment, or financial setback. These are the potential pitfalls which are all symptoms of failure. It is unwise, therefore, to speak of success without making mention to its twin brother, failure. Success can only be measured by drawing comparison to failure. As J.K. Rowling, in her address to the Harvard graduates in 2008 said, "Some failure in life is inevitable. It is impossible to live without failing at something, unless you live so cautiously that you might as well not have lived at all, in which case you fail by default. Close quotation. So my advice to you is this: do not allow these potential pitfalls to sway you from good ethical principles. Avoid being pulled in the wrong direction, which may eventually see you in the breach of criminal law. Society itself is in need of reformation. A culture of lawlessness, dependency, and criminality having permeated its fabric. You will encounter issues of case backlogs, access to justice for the poor and vulnerable, and public skepticism about the legal system. You are no longer merely bystanders to these challenges. You are now part of the solution. The genesis of all of this results from a lack of proper and all-round education and the inability to manage the effects of failure. You see, we teach and shepherd people to strive for success, but often omit to prepare them for disappointment and failure. As Frances Ellen Watkins Harper, a 19th century African American poet, author, and social activist wrote, quote, "Apparent failure may hold in its rough shell the germs of a success that will blossom in time and bear fruit throughout eternity." Close quotation. So that what appears to be failure may simply be temporary setbacks, testing your mettle as to whether you are capable of dealing with adversity. But they can also be the stimuli for success. No doubt you may have aspirations for high office. In this regard, you must comport yourself from this very early stage with honor, decency, honesty, integrity, and professionalism, and the highest degree of decorum. Private and professional life must be inextricably linked, for society will not draw any such distinction. Hard but smart work, coupled with dedication, commitment, and reliability, must be your motto for developing a passion for excellence in every sphere of endeavor. Pro bono work and accepting legal aid briefs must be part of that foundation. Your degree of preparation and standard of representation should never be conditional on the amount of fees you charge. Your preparation and representation should never change, be it for pro bono work, legal aid briefs, or fully paying clients. This is a serious professional journey on which you have embarked. It must be traversed with utmost care and responsibility. As we, the judges, continue to monitor your progress, we know that many of you will become great lawyers. You will appear in high-profile landmark cases in which your names will be reflected in the various law reports. Some of you will be called to serve as judges of the Supreme Court. There may be some of you who possess a passion for politics and no doubt will aspire to high political office. Some of you may have a preference for academia and may be attracted to the universities, law schools, or other similar institutions as law lecturers. Others may write books which will attain the status of authoritative treatises. Opportunities at the Caribbean Court of Justice, the CCJ, the International Criminal Court, ICC, in The Hague, and other internationally recognized tribunals all beckon your involvement. Once you cloak yourself with the appropriate tools of the profession and abide by the admonitions which I have given, your professional journey will be a virtuous one, and your future will more than likely be bright and successful. Yours will soon be the opportunity and responsibility to shape the law and the legal landscape of our beloved nation. I leave you with this quote: "Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere." So says Martin Luther King Jr. On behalf of the Honorable Chief Justice, Mr. Justice Ronnie Budusing, my sister judge, the Honorable Madam Justice Alison Ramkerry Singh, and my other colleagues on the bench, we congratulate you once again on your milestone achievement. May your careers be marked by excellence, integrity, and service. Thank you. Thank you, Chief Justice.
Thank you very much, Justice Mohammed. I will invite my sister to make her, I think, concurring remarks.
I hope so. Thank you, my Lord Chief Justice, Mr. Justice Ronnie Budusing, and my brother, Justice Robin Mohammed, and all other protocols are observed. My very short address, because the main speaker was my brother, just surrounds courtesy. Bring back the old-time days. Bring back them old-time ways. Those are the opening lines of the 1991 soca hit of the same name, written and sung by one of our legendary musical bards, Richard Nappy Myers, who died in 1993, but whose refrain in that iconic song for courtesy, honesty, and respect live on. There was a time when I entered this profession some 40 years ago, when the legacy of the words of that song were the hallmarks of our noble profession. Lawyers treated each other with respect, even while vehemently opposing counsel on the other side and exchanging friendly banter. There was always a certain dignity and grace that enveloped the practice of law. From inexperienced lawyer to seasoned counsel, we were all truly friends at the bar. It is with deep sorrow that over the years I have come to witness a steady decline in honesty, integrity, and common courtesy among younger practitioners. Judges can no longer blindly take the word of some attorneys advocating a plea on behalf of their client, without prodding and probing to ensure the validity, truth, and sincerity of a statement being presented to the court, as we just heard from my brother's speech in his reference to the case of Justice Westman James. There are yet other attorneys whose every utterance must be treated with caution. It is becoming too commonplace for judicial officers to be deliberately led astray by lawyers appearing before them. Increasingly, judges find themselves playing a part of referee at a wrestling match, as lawyers wrangle between themselves in a most undignified, discourteous, and unbecoming manner, in open court, in the presence of litigants, forcing the judge to admonish and urge attorneys to be civil. At times, judicial officers themselves are not spared the wrath and disrespect of some young practitioners at the bar. Like Nappy, I do long for the old-time days, when practice was hard, rigorous, sometimes overwhelming and scary, but wonderful and dignified and noble, where one was met and treated with grace, honesty, and a willingness to share and impart knowledge and give guidance to those eager to learn. I look at you now, and I hope that you remember this deed, which marks your formal entry into this still hallowed vocation, and with all your might, try to revive the decency that once was the cornerstone of our craft, and elevate it to the high standard it was meant to be, so that you can be proud to associate yourselves with the remarkable world that is now your chosen profession. Common courtesy never goes out of style. There's absolutely no shame or weakness but all the glory in showing deference to each other, in being honest and respectful, and in upholding the tenets of the Legal Profession Act, Chapter 9003, of which you are all now bound. The baton is now being passed to you. Use it to hone your skill as you forge a professional attitude of respect, humility, and honor. Good luck to all of you, and welcome to the profession.
Thank you very much, Justice Ramkari Singh. Colleagues, Honorable Speaker, Honorable Attorney General, ministers, members of the bar, both senior and junior counsel, but senior at the bar nonetheless. Parents, well-wishers, newly admitted attorneys at law. Welcome to the legal profession. I associate fully with the remarks of my colleagues, and I thank them most sincerely for their sage advice, which I hope you will take to heart and internalize. I too offer my hearty congratulations to you for getting to this point. You have done well, and I wish you a long, successful, and enjoyable practice at the bar, as much enjoyment, and in fact more than it has been for us over the years. I thank your family members and supporters for the roles they have played. This is also their achievement. I know the pride many of them feel, the same kind of pride my family would have felt when I was admitted to practice many years ago. I thank those who have admitted you. You are now entitled to rely on them as your mentors. By admitting you to practice, they hold themselves out as being available to you to make use of their wisdom and judgment. Whether good or bad for you, you have a Chief Justice who knows a bit about you. I know, for example, that you know the rules of ethics well. You know the code of ethics. You know what it is professionally right and what is wrong. I also know you know a bit about trial advocacy. You know how to present an application and even how to do a short trial. Some of your tutors are here. So we know what you did at law school. So you have a good foundation. But remember, the law is a lifelong learning profession. It never ends. Believe me, the things I have had to learn in the past 4 weeks so prepare well and never give up. When you have a bad day in court, go home, rest, reflect, dust yourself off, and rise again to fight another day. I wish you every success and blessings for the future. And as I told you in another place, work hard, be grateful, and try to be humble. Madam Registrar, is our business finished here for now?
There is no further business, my Lord Chief Justice.
That being said, I will now say court is adjourned, and have a good remainder of the day. All the best.
We will now begin the signing of the oath book. Amani Abdullah. Sonia Catherine Faye Alexander. Tyler Dylan Zach Alexander. Zion Shannon Alexander. Amina Fatima Ali. Samantha Taramati Ali. Renata Aruna Alfonso. Marquita Rosalie Kiana Belgrove. Kalima Sabrina Shalana Bisessa. Markela Aliyah Brackett. Brittany Shondell Brown. Paulette McKellar Brown. Alana Chelsea Calendar Clark. Rondell Jared Patrick Cato. Charlize Adrian Chandler. Michelle Garcia. Renelle Lydia Garcia. Justin Mark Gibbons. Celicia Rhea Gilchrist. Pooja April Gokul. Monique Avion Shania Grant. Caitlin Ariel Jennifer Green. Irma Christy Anastine Giuseppe. Winston Roberto Christoph Giuseppe. Diane Jamali Hadid. Yema Swasti Indar Singh. Karina Jawahir. Siji Joanna Kent. Anuradha Bandana Khan. Joanna Farida Tabitha Khan. Shalini Nadira Lalsiu. Nandini Tara Lal. Shelly Lal, Aliyah Shania Mahabir Singh, Sasha Arti Zia Maharaj, Amrel Martin, Chelsea Hope Lorraine Matura, Kenya Vashti Melville, Giovanna Aniel Millington, Jordana Raven Nanu, Haley Royan Marie Narain Singh, Isis Nefertari Oliver, Khaleesi Lichelle Pegas, Lennox Codrington Phillips III, Danielle Jade Pear, Haley Imani Sharifa Prescott, Aditi Sushmita Ragbir, Dr. Amrita Ragunanan, Priya Colleen Rambaran, Felicia Jasodra Ramuta, Nishala Neera Ramprasad, Seth Rodney Ramsden, Khadijah Ramsiris, Maya Masayal Ray, Aaron Dante Regault, Orlando Elijah Rogers, Anamika Iriana Ruplal, Christian Joel Sadlo, Josanne Krista Sam, Shivani Samuel, Anushka Pooja Sankar, Rayan Ashwarya Sarabjit, Sabrina Shah, Soraya Sangeeta Singh, Angel Angelique Rondella Stevens, Brianna Laurencia Stewart, Markel Jamal Victor Stout, Amir Ashif Andre Timothy, Beyonce Mackenzie Watts, Stefan Rupert Wilson, That brings us to an end of today's proceedings.